Hello everyone, I'm Coyote Jack, and a lot of news have been piling up, but well, we can start continuing with it, winning the argument was again in what the customers want, what creators want, and that implies they are the large majority, the bigger audience when it comes to this. Chief Osio says he was following his instincts when designing sexy characters for Stellar Blade and Goddess of Victory Nike. It's something that users like and want. But I also do it because I like it. Exactly. According to Chief of CEO Hyun Tae Kim, the reason both of his studio's biggest hits, Goddess of Victory Nike and Stellar Blade, feature an abundance of sexy female characters. And simply put, that's just what he and his audience wants to see on the screen. And what's hilarious to me is that the fucking ideology that wants to attack this and destroy it. Well, they use fucking arguments like, "Oh, you just hate women, you fucking creep," and then you have women cosplaying those Nikki characters, just Stellar Blade Eve, and also in South Korea, a large part of the audience there are women playing the fucking game and supporting it. Imagine my shock. So, King, who in addition to his role oversees the company, also served as the lead characters on both titles, offered this insight into his titling design philosophy during an interview given to the Japanese news outlet Game Watch at the recent 2024 Tokyo Game Show. As machine translated by Deep Eld announced of their time together, King was immediately pressed on the topic of Shifo's penchant for developing games with attracting female cast members. It's something that should be mandatory. Regardless of you like the Big Taste Viras or Connie Archive. I know why people play that game, I'm not cheating on them. They know their taste. And that's the important part. Good looking female characters in video games along with likable personalities. There is a variety of that. We take outlet inquiring as to whether or not Nike was intended from the outset to be a game that draws the eye of the attracting backside of the characters. It does that pretty well, and those characters are good, and Nike's story is actually decent, it's pretty good, and it also filled with a lot of plot twists and tragedy, which of course the setting of the game is just the fucking apocalypse. And last remain of humanities, and those niggas are like they could be the last hope for them. You got a lot of, well, insane drama in case you were wondering what happened to Juni. Oh man, that update dropped and it was like, fucking hell. Poor girl, but well, consequences of fucking around and find out. Moving on. For those unaware, the popular mobile title tasks players with helping a given female character use various forms. Yeah, we know what Nikkei is. In turn, that Shifa had explained it, Nikkei is based on a game project that was selected in a game planning competition held for in-house staffs. However, at the time the characters were not the main focus on the game. I directed the direction that it would be better to show the shooting figure on the character's back or in front of the character. This is how we changed the direction. He further detailed it. After that, the development staff efforts and hard work led to the creation Nikkei as we know it today. So hey, bring something that will attract people. You know, ass man, people. That's a lot of truth in that statement. Dicks or ass, and I know a lot of people knows what to choose of. Maybe both, but they have their own in-depth details. And probably this guy said, yeah, he's a married guy, probably saw his wife's ass. He said, you know what? I know what I like, and I really want to show that to you. And we are going to monetize about this shit. And guess what? Nikkei is the most successful gacha games of current year. And if we look into retrospective with Snowbreak was on the verge of fucking shutting down because that game wasn't focused on fan service and more like neutered mother audience. trying to bring the same shit about like tragedy and character as far as I'm concerned. And they were trying to do the fucking Genshin Impact, and all of that was because they listened to this fucking consultancy, a Sweet Baby Inc. type. I'm not sure if they were fucking retarded at those bastards, but still, they were retarded, not the less. And that company, I wonder, it was located in China. Probably those idiots, they lost all their social credit score, and they were under. But still, they turned the tables by actually focusing on fan service, and you know what? Let's go full 18 plus tag. Let's not hold back ourselves. And surprise, surprise. So you see, since these fucking companies in the West, they're already dead. They are walking corpses, and now Japan are heading to the same fucking direction. You know what? This is one of the reasons that Japan, you're going to end like the fucking US in entertainment. And this should be a lesson not for these fucking companies. At this point, I want all those Japanese companies that fucking backstabbed their audience to be fucking bankrupt. This should be a lesson, and if there is at least some base Japanese people still there that want to create something, go indie. Learn what you want to do, code it, slap it, and make it work with a targeted audience. A target audience is the only correct answer, and it is fan service or straight at full hentai. Go fucking for it. So it's too difficult to these fucking companies, AAA, to understand that. But I know probably some of them are. They know, but they are not going to give it to you because they are sucking dry that fucking BlackRock's dick, as always. Since they are publicly traded companies, they are still going to get that money, and they must pull all their social ESG credit scores. They need to rise up to keep receiving that investment for all the customers that they backstab. Until those customers they are not there, what's the point for BlackRock to be fucking investing in you? Still, they're going to force you into the ESG, but you are not making any money. Oh man, and continue on. On the subject, Nikkei King was then asked how exactly he approached designs the game's cast, to which he admitted, when considering the most important when designing a character is to make sure that the narrative is firmly linked to the game's story. In some part, I agree. Or even if you do something like Keijo, I understand why are you making that blood, all that yet. All of the design elements to make the character must be combined in a certain that fits the story well. He continued. It is also important that the look of the characters is not only cute, but also that the character's personality is expressed well in the right situation. Exactly. If we go into retrospective with fucking Capcom when they released Resident Evil for the make, sure they had an only fools model, well, 3 or 4. Let's not fool ourselves. As soon as they open those accounts, they are 3 or 4s. But not honest, it's a pretty woman. But the problem with that, actually, I know guys complain it, rightfully so, how of a useless character and how much of a difficult task was to carry her, and how annoying she was with Leon help. But well, it was like a scared woman because she got fucking kidnapped. Honestly, at least they are coherent, or they were in that part. That woman just was not in a good mental shape because the horror she was witnessing with the plagas. But what did they do with the fucking demake? They tried to make her like a strong and powerful woman and all the fucking distasteful aspects of a woman that really makes her more unlikable. I prefer the original one if I'm being honest. And what he's saying here is actually true. Though sexiness and good personalities are not mutually exclusive. But you know what's mutually exclusive? Ugly ass characters. And try to give them like empowerment. And we have seen so many times how that actually resulted. Therefore, I think that visually appealing is a close second. Nevertheless, an attractive appearance is still important, so the creator skills is tested in the pursuit of these two elements at the same time. You need to combine those two if you want the key to success because you pay attention. China is putting that effort with their gacha games. South Korea, Blue Archive, so on, so on. From there, Game Watch noted that in both Nikkei and Stellar Blade, there was a lot of characters whose body lines are clearly visible, such as Alice in the former and protagonist Eve in the latter. And such as raised the question. Excuse me, I was just like knocking myself, my brain there. Alice, I was thinking of Alice, the bunny girl from Nikkei, but no, it's referring to Stellar Blade. And as such, I raised the question whether or not this was the design element that King was particular about. However, rather than any sort of concerned effort to make sexy characters, the chief of Iseo instead admitted that when it came to both games featuring attractive cast, I attended something that we consciously set out to do, but I also do it because I like it. So I think it's the result that came out naturally when I followed my instincts. Yeah, most of the instincts of human beings is just finding something attractive. They are get attached to that and those standards. Sure, there are people that needs to actually be attached to reality because of every person is different, but still, I want to see good-looking female characters over the top models in my fictional media. I enjoy that since I know access to anime. That's almost over far more than a decade ago. More than a decade, if I'm being honest. Putting a stamp on this portion of the interview, King concluded his reflections with the anecdotal note that incidentally, in Tekesaniki, the percentage of female creators is high. There are a lot of artists that are women and they are doing hentai of those characters. They can't, these fucking Twitter freaks, they can't argue you with how, with their fucking nonsense of you being a creep. They don't have arguments at all. Women are enjoying this, they are delivering, and surprise, surprise. Oh man. Despite this, the fact that such a design is so important to me means that, if anything, the stuff has already been imbued with my DNA. So it was, and some of the Nikke characters are designed by his wife. So it is what it is. They can't fool you with, oh man, we can't give you this character in current year. It's impossible with the current political aspect. And you hearing all those soiling excuses and just like, go fuck yourself, someone else is giving me what I want. You can go homeless for all I care. So that's all I wanted to share here with you. The only complaint I have with fucking Taikin is how he cocked himself to that exclusivity deal with PlayStation. At least if you said, okay, PlayStation and PC at the same time, maybe he could have made better numbers. But at least he learned his fucking lesson that he's not going to do that again. Because, yeah, consoles are dying. The only platforms that are less restricted are PC and mobile in some of the cases. Discounting iPhone. That's a fucking cocked platform for mobile gaming. So that's all I wanted to share here with you for now. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a pretty good day or night whenever you're playing this video. Please take care.